Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. I've started out with a couple of oracle cards. I've laid out some cards for the present, past, and future from the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Shadow Tarot and finish up with the Crystal Oracle. So I initially pulled the Expectation card, and I have these face up because they're cards I've already seen. And so I'm going to read to you from the guidebook. And I believe the maxilla, and temporal bones are jaw bones. They're the upper jaw. And they connect the upper skull together. When this energy is in balance, the key words are foundational and guiding. And the wisdom reads, expectation can feel stabilizing. It creates an argument both energetically and logically that since something that has occurred before, it will likely happen again. A pattern will repeat. A behavior can be anticipated. Familiar actions will bring familiar results. Expectations carves rules into the earth element and expects them to stay as they are. It pleads for stability over innovation, denounces what is unknown. It demands that your life look the way it always has, whispers that you cannot change your vision or dream bigger because you have no foundation on which to build. You can only allow what you have known before, what is safe. Dreams are silly. Inspiration foolish. After all, how can you trust something that has no historical precedent for a result? You can become stuck in expectation, but remember, energy is always flowing. There's no such thing as a block, only something you've not yet willing to allow. Change your vision, walk a new route, have new conversations. Take a risk on that idea. Follow your dream. Sometimes a small movement is all you need to create flow from stagnancy. The Grand Canyon is proof enough of this. A single drip over enough time can release the illusion of solidity. Release the illusions of expectation and see what opens up to you. I love this. This is so resonating with these. Half the planets in the sky are in the very last degrees of Pisces, which is about an accumulation of everything and the power of us being able to let that go. Coupled with the empathy card, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. I think is describing to me the challenges that you are having learning to dream. This feels like a major theme that's coming through for you, Leo. Your bold, imaginative persona that brings so much joy and light, encouragement, wisdom to others as an emblem of living in the abundance of the universe, the abundance of significance, power, the sun, is something that you are turning inward to teach self how to honor self in the world in practical ways. How do you honor your gifts? How do you dream a dream that is appropriate for your gifts? I did not pull a card from underneath the deck, but the Ace of Cups, there it is. This is beautiful. This is really kind of vibing with this whole creative energy that I'm sensing you are building up for yourself. So isn't it ironic that some of us have to lean into our sun signs? This is not a mistake. Our sun sign represents what we're here to learn, what we're here to create or build. So Leo, you come with this big power of love and light, and this is something you're learning to honor, learning to respect and accommodate. The Ace of Cups here speaks more than ever to me about you learning to love and respect your own potential. And this is something that is not shown you, can't be taught. Certainly, honoring all aspects of culture. You may be one who watches, observes artists or others that have a similar talent, and how they've been able to do it, and the reality of the quantity of work that's required to create something that can seem so ephemeral and light as an artistic expression is something that feels hard for you to envision or imagine. I'm speaking to some specific Leos here, but this can apply to any of you who are experiencing this kind of challenge in learning to dream bigger. And that's not an easy thing because we're all grounded in some kind of material existence. And that has trained us, that has conditioned us regarding what we can expect in the future. For your present, the Three of Wands is really a bit of a description. Threes always occur to me as triangles. Triangles are also an emblem of a grand trine, an astrological aspect where 3 points of power are in beautiful harmony together. And I feel that this represents your journey, the understanding you've been trying to ground yourself in. How do you properly accommodate and allow your skills and talents to grow? How are you inspired by those that practice the skills that you have out loud? How do you feel worthy of the attention that you feel drawn to, that you crave? This is supporting the idea that this is something that has been a part of your healing journey and that you are ready for action. And I believe many of you are taking action, have been taking action for a while, but the sense of it, the structure of it is beginning to coalesce for you. You're not trying to hang on to a careful outline or plan. Rather, you're allowing yourself to be inspired by the power of the gift, the power of your encounters and connections, the power of the resources you encounter and can manage together as part of a team. In the past, the Five of Cups. These are all the ways that your heart has been broken already, all the ways you've been disappointed, all the ways that you thought you would receive some kind of love, attention, reward, or recognition that you didn't. And all the ways you put yourself out there with that expectation and were hurt. So that you had to let go of and had to understand that you were choosing those disappointments, those results that were the same over and over again. And thus the idea that this was the way it was, all these kinds of people are bad, or I never do well at X, was part of your expecting something outside of you to heal you, fix you, save you. You've healed from that and have turned towards this stronger, more powerful relationship with yourself. In the future, the Star card, well, indeed, this is about learning to dream. This is about the process of dreaming itself. So this feels as though you have been journaling, meditating, praying, in sort of leaning into some practice that allows you the stillness of sleep. The ability to slip out of your conscious experience and to go deeper or higher by asking for information, by knowing that your guides are there to assist you, by allowing yourself to be guided. And that may be difficult for you to do, especially Leo, since people often look to you for leadership. But this is a reminder that your support is there. It always has been there. You had to ask for it. You have to ask for it now. And this is helping you to expand that capacity, that heart muscle that lets you dream, that lets you imagine something different. Imagine something that if nothing could go wrong, what would you want? Leo, if this reading is resonating for you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank all of you who have donated so generously, so lovingly to me. I feel that support, but know that your most important support is your presence. All the ways that you support me are honored and felt. So thank you deeply for that. So I'm going to clarify the past, present, and future at one time. So the Five of Cups is clarified by the Chariot and the King of Wands. And the Three of Wands is clarified by the World card and the Queen of Pentacles, and the Star card is clarified by the Eight of Wands again, and the Four of Wands. Beautiful. So this experience of accepting the responsibility for your reality, knowing that all relationships are built from the relationship you are developing within yourself, with yourself. The Chariot indicates that taking that knowledge and further allowing yourself all the sacred space, all the stillness to exercise your gift, whatever that means to you. This is you not trying to be like someone else, not trying to follow in the traditional steps of success or accomplishment, not trying to look like others, not expecting your gift to be like others. This is about your giving yourself the space to do the work that is required to reach your goal. And this is powerful because it's sort of mirroring the fact that Mercury has gone direct and now is moving forward. And that will necessarily unleash the kind of backlash that you would expect when you are no longer available to those who you once were in the same 24/7 way. The requests test you more and more. But I think you are up to that task, particularly as you recognize the power of your gift. This Knight of Wands has a bit of a cat face energy to me, which I like. And that burning, that inflamed heart, this passion, this gift is so powerful, you can barely hold it back. And certainly in traditional depictions of the Chariot card, they can barely hold that chariot together. It takes a lot of skill to maneuver a couple of wild horses with a rickety two-wheeled basket. And that is how much courage, how much strength it takes to stay focused on the prize, knowing that the power has to be honored. And it's honored by the work that you do. In the present, the Three of Wands is clarified by the World card and the Queen of Pentacles. You are, moreover, focused on productivity. It is important to you that you be comfortable, that you be productive, and that you can point to your accomplishments in the world. However, wherever you have come to at this point in your life, that reflects a sense of some achievement, some satisfaction, some comfort, some abundance in your life. You recognize that this has simply been training for this ability, this desire to step out more publicly with your gift, to expose yourself to the world in a way that you feel must be grounded in practical actions and steps that you expect to be remunerated for your efforts, that you expect to be trained by the traditional experts. This is what you rely on. This is where you are investing in yourself so that your new beginning reflects this sense of quality and rigor that you know you're capable of. In fact, for many of you, you have never been willing to work this hard for anything. And you are surprising yourself, but you're also presenting a positive model of pursuit of excellence and achievement through this not only work ethic, but this attunement, this desire to nurture your gift, yourself, to pay attention to yourself in terms of how your gift is potentially delivered to others. And in the future, the star card is clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. This is not repeats. The Eight of Wands is about Mercury going direct and bringing really a torrent of attention, contacts, new ideas, opportunities for you to join in. I wouldn't be surprised if you're receiving a ton of invitations or options to join on to a variety of groups or events where you get to practice, you get to showcase. And this is all building towards some practical foundation for you, some particular place or location where you get to grow your talent, you get to shape your dream around a fresh space, a fresh start. It's certainly embedded within a community or a group. So this is almost, and it can be, a marriage, but it is in the sense that a marriage is a partnership that announces to the world that it's ready to work for the common good. That is the dream. That is the best of all possible worlds for you, Leo, and you're aware of that. What could be better? I'm going to finish this reading with a crystal oracle. Ooh, I saw the ametrine first, but I also feel like the fairy stone came out as well. So I'm going to take them both. I'll read the ametrine first. The key word is intuition. I'm fully aligned with my intuition. I trust this powerful wisdom to guide me. And the fairy stone, keyword is good fortune. I'm open to receive all the goodness the universe has to offer me at all times and in all ways. Thank you so much, Leo, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.